Welcome to AI Unlocked, the podcast that decodes the future of artificial intelligence for you. I'm your host, Nessie.
And I'm your co-host, Nathan. Welcome to our very first episode.
We are so excited to finally launch this show. So today, we're tackling a huge topic, the one AI tool every beginner should start with in 2026.
Okay.
But first, let's talk about why a beginner even needs a specific starting point. Nathan, can you paint a picture of the 2026 AI landscape for someone just stepping in?
Yeah, it's a mix of incredible excitement and, honestly, total chaos.
Right.
You're told, oh, you need this AI for writing your emails, but then you need that AI for creating images for your social media. And before you know it, you're just juggling like a dozen different subscriptions and browser tabs.
You're describing what I call the AI juggle.
Yes.
And that juggle, it leads to some really frustrating outcomes. My personal pet peeve is the Frankenstein document.
Oh, I know that feeling.
You copy and paste a paragraph from one AI, you drop in a chart from another, and suddenly you have this monster of a project where the tone is all over the place and nothing feels cohesive at all.
For me, the worst part is what's called context collapse. Every single time you switch to a new tool, it's a total blank slate. It has no memory of what you were just doing. You have to re-explain your entire project, your goals, your audience, your tone, everything, from scratch.
It's so exhausting. You spend more time managing the tools than actually doing creative work.
Exactly.
It's just a broken system for beginners. But what if we told you that's the old way of doing things?
Okay.
What if there's one tool that solves the juggle, the Frankenstein monster, and the context collapse all at once?
Okay, you've built the suspense. That tool is GenSpark AI. So, Nessie, let's break it down. How does it actually work? Like, what's the core mechanism?
Right, so it's all about moving from using a tool to directing an agent.
An agent, okay.
First, on the surface, it consolidates everything into one workspace. You've got AI docs, AI sheets, AI slides. So that immediately ends the tab-switching chaos. But the deep magic is how it works. Think of it like hiring a super smart intern.
I like that analogy. Yeah, you wouldn't tell an intern, okay, step 1, open Google. Step 2, search for this. You just give them a high-level goal.
Precisely. You'd say, hey, research the market trends for vertical farming and create a 5-slide presentation for our executive team.
Right.
With GenSpark, you give it that one single prompt, and from there, it plans and executes the entire workflow on its own. It thinks for itself.
So what's happening behind the scenes to prevent that context collapse we talked about?
This is the clever part. So its first step is to perform the research and generate what it calls a Spark page, which is like a private, custom Wikipedia article created just for your project.
Oh, wow.
This becomes its source of truth. The context is now completely locked in.
So it builds its own knowledge base first. That makes so much sense. That's its memory.
Exactly. And then it uses that verified, organized information to write the content in AI docs and design a polished presentation in AI slides.
Okay.
Complete with relevant images and proper formatting. One request, one complete, cohesive project. No more Frankenstein document.
That's the dream. But this brings up the most important question for any all-in-one platform. Do you sacrifice quality? Is this a classic jack-of-all-trades, master-of-none situation?
That is the perfect question, and it's what truly makes GenSpark a breakthrough. The answer is no, and the reason is a technology called a mixture of experts model.
A mixture of experts. Okay, translate that for us.
Okay, let's switch analogies. Think of the main GenSpark agent as a film director.
Okay.
A director doesn't do everything themselves, right? For a brilliant script, they hire the best screenwriter. For stunning visuals, they hire the best cinematographer.
They assemble a team of specialists.
Exactly. And GenSpark does the same thing. So when it needs to write compelling copy, it doesn't use some generic model.
Right.
It calls on a top-tier language AI. When it needs an image, it taps into a leading image generation AI. It intelligently picks the best expert for every single subtask.
Wow. So you get the quality of a dozen different specialized, expensive tools,
Yeah,
but with the simplicity and coherence of a single platform. You're not sacrificing quality for convenience. You're getting both.
you're getting both. And that's what makes it so revolutionary for a beginner. It shifts your role. You stop being a prompt engineer trying to master 10 different tools,
Right.
and you become a project director, focusing only on your vision and collaborating with one incredibly capable AI agent.
It's a completely different, and frankly, more empowering way to work. It lets you focus on the what and lets the AI handle the how.
It really is the future. So, as we wrap up our first episode, we want to leave our listeners with something to think about.
Now, here's a question we'd like you to think about. If you had access to an AI agent like this, one you could direct to complete any multi-step project from a single command, what is the very first, most meaningful task you would give it?
Let that idea spark your imagination. That's all the time we have for today on AI Unlocked. Join us every week as we continue to explore the future together.